Let me tell you a little secret most men never figure out. When a woman starts falling for you, she doesn't always smile wider, text more, or lean in closer. Sometimes she pulls back. Sometimes she gets distant. Sometimes she even disappears. Why? Because falling in love doesn't just make her feel good. It makes her vulnerable. And vulnerability terrifies her. You see, most men think attraction is linear. That if she likes you, she'll move closer. If she doesn't, she'll move away. But the female psyche is far more complex than that. We're wired for emotional self-preservation in ways that can seem contradictory, even to ourselves. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 15 secret signs a woman is falling for you, but she's scared to admit it. These signs are subtle, psychological, and often go completely unnoticed, unless you know what to look for. So if you've ever felt like she's into you, but something's holding her back, this might be exactly what's happening. Let's start peeling back the layers. Sign number 1, she's hot and cold, without a reason. One day she's sweet, flirty, open. The next, she's cold, withdrawn, maybe even a little rude. This isn't mood swings. It's emotional whiplash caused by fear of falling too fast. Here's what's really happening. Her logical mind is at war with her emotional heart. When she feels herself getting too close, too comfortable, too attached, her brain hits the emergency brake. Hard. The closer she feels to you emotionally, the more her mind tries to create distance as a form of self-protection. Think of it like this. Every time she feels herself melting into you, a voice in her head screams, "Danger, retreat." So she becomes cold not because she doesn't feel anything, but because she feels too much. Sign number 2, she avoids eye contact, but stares when you're not looking. You catch her glancing at you from across the room, but when you lock eyes, she looks away, fast. Why? Because eye contact exposes desire. It makes everything real. She wants you. She just doesn't want to want you. Eyes are windows to the soul, and she knows hers are betraying her. When she looks at you directly, she can't hide the longing, the curiosity, the attraction that's building. So she steals glances when it's safe, when you can't see the truth written across her face. Sign number 3, she asks deep questions, then disappears for days. She dives into your soul one night. Talks about childhood, fears, hopes. It feels raw, electric, and then suddenly, nothing. She ghosts or gets quiet. Why? Because she opened a door, and it scared her how far she let you in. If she disappears after getting emotionally close, it's not rejection, it's retreat. Temporary. That deep conversation, it created intimacy, real intimacy. And intimacy requires trust, something she might not be ready to give. So she runs, regroups, and tries to rebuild her emotional walls. But here's the thing. Once that door has been opened, it's never fully closed again. Sign number 4. Her friends know about you, but she plays it casual. If her friends bring up your name, or you notice they giggle around you, guess what? She's talking about you when you're not around. But to your face, she downplays everything. That's fear. Fear of being seen as too into you, of giving you power. Women talk. We analyze. We dissect every text, every glance, every moment. If her friends know details about you that she never directly shared, it means you've been the topic of many late-night conversations. She's processing her feelings through her support system, but she won't let you see how much mental real estate you're occupying. Sign number 5. She tries to tease you emotionally. She makes jokes about you being a player, or says things like, "You probably have 5 girls texting you right now." Sounds like teasing, right? But it's testing. She's probing to see how safe her heart would be with you. A woman who doesn't care doesn't test. She's testing because she feels something. These aren't random comments. They're strategic emotional intelligence gathering. She's trying to understand your character, your loyalty, your intentions, without directly asking. Because asking would reveal she cares about the answer. Sign number 6. She mirrors you without realizing it. Watch her body language, her pace, her posture. If she's subconsciously mirroring you, it means she's connected, emotionally syncing, even if her words say otherwise. Mirroring is one of the most primitive forms of attraction. When we feel drawn to someone, our bodies naturally begin to sync with theirs. She might cross her arms when you do, lean in when you lean in, or even start using your phrases. It's involuntary, and it's powerful. Sign number 7. She gets jealous easily but tries to hide it. She'll ask, "Oh, who's that girl you were with?" and pretend she's just curious. But her tone changes. Her body tightens. Fear and attraction often walk hand in hand. She wants you to herself, but she's scared to admit it. Jealousy is possessiveness in disguise, and you can't possess something you don't want. Watch for the subtle shifts. The way her voice gets a little sharper, her questions a little more probing. She's marking territory she won't admit she wants to claim. Sign number 8. She opens up, then immediately changes the subject. She shares something personal, then shifts into something random like, "Anyway, did you see that TikTok?" That's vulnerability backlash. She's afraid you'll see too much of her and not like what you see. When she pulls back right after opening up, it means your presence is affecting her deeply. Sharing personal details creates emotional intimacy, and intimacy can feel dangerous when you're falling for someone. The moment she realizes she's revealed too much, she'll deflect, redirect, or completely change the energy. It's not that she regrets sharing. She regrets being seen. Sign number 9. She tries to stay in control. She sets boundaries. She insists she's not looking for anything serious. She controls the pace, the tone, the vibe. But beneath that control is chaos, emotional chaos. She wants you, but being in control helps her manage her fear. Control is her security blanket. If she can dictate the terms, the timing, the level of involvement, she feels safer. But this need for control often reveals the opposite, that she feels completely out of control when it comes to her feelings for you. Sign number 10. She touches you subtly, then pretends it meant nothing. Her hand brushes yours. Her leg bumps into yours. She fixes your collar, then laughs it off like, "Oops." That's not accidental. That's unconscious attraction leaking through fear's walls. Touch is intimate, even casual touch. When a woman who's trying to keep her distance keeps finding reasons to touch you, her body is betraying what her mind is trying to suppress. Pay attention to these accidents. They're usually anything but. Sign number 11. She talks about not being ready for love. This one's a classic. She says she's not ready, not healed, not sure she can trust again. Don't mistake that for disinterest. It means she feels something, and the feelings terrify her. Because falling for you threatens the emotional armor she's built. When she says she's not ready, she might really mean, "I'm scared to trust someone who could actually matter." Past hurt creates future fear. When she talks about not being ready, she's not talking about her capacity to feel. She's talking about her courage to risk being hurt again, and the fact that she's having this conversation with you means she's already considering the risk. Sign number 12. She pays attention to the smallest things. She remembers your favorite song, your morning routine, the way you take your coffee. She pretends it's no big deal, but that level of detail only comes from emotional investment. Memory is selective. We remember what matters to us. If she's cataloging the minutiae of your existence, it's because every detail feels significant. She's building a database of you, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Sign number 13. She pulls away when things feel too good. Things are going amazing. Chemistry, connection, comfort. Then, boom, she disappears, picks a fight, or creates drama. That's emotional sabotage. Her nervous system is rejecting the feeling of safety because it's unfamiliar. Some people are addicted to chaos because peace feels foreign. If she's been hurt before, genuine connection might feel too good to be true. So she'll unconsciously sabotage it before it can sabotage her. It's self-protection disguised as self-destruction. Sign number 14. She tries to keep you as just a friend. She says you're just friends, but looks at you a little too long, touches you a little too much, gets a little too upset when you mention other girls. That's not friendship. That's attraction hiding behind fear. A friend zone is often the safe zone, a place where she can have access to you without the risk of romantic rejection. But watch her actions, not her words. Friends don't get jealous. Friends don't touch like that. Friends don't look at each other with hunger in their eyes. Sign number 15. Her energy changes when you're around. She may not flirt. She may not even say much. But the moment you enter the room, her entire energy shifts. She becomes aware of herself. Her tone softens. Her movements change. That's her nervous system reacting to yours. You don't need her words to know she feels something. Her body already told you. Energy doesn't lie. When someone affects us deeply, our entire being responds, even when we try to play it cool. If the atmosphere changes when you appear, if she becomes more conscious of herself, more careful with her words, more aware of her movements, that's attraction trying to hide behind composure. The psychology behind the fear. Here's what most men don't understand. A woman's fear of falling isn't about you. It's about her. She's afraid of losing herself in you. She's afraid of being vulnerable. She's afraid of history repeating itself. She's afraid of wanting something she might not get to keep. And paradoxically, the more she feels for you, the more these fears intensify. So what should you do? If you recognize these signs, don't panic, don't chase, and definitely don't pressure her. Here's the truth. When a woman is falling for you but scared, what she really wants is emotional safety. Not smooth lines, not grand gestures, just the feeling that you see her, feel her, and won't weaponize her softness. Be consistent, be patient, be present. Let her feel you, let her trust you, and let her come to you. Because once her fear melts away, she'll stop holding back. And when she does, you'll feel the full force of what she's been hiding. The walls will come down. The games will stop. And you'll see her, really see her, for the first time. That's when you'll understand why she was so scared. Because what she was protecting wasn't just her heart. It was the intensity of everything she felt for you. The final truth, love isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it hides. Sometimes it runs. But it never truly disappears. If you've seen these signs, you've glimpsed behind her mask. You've seen the truth she's trying so hard to conceal. She's already falling. The question isn't whether she feels something. The question is whether you're patient enough to let her feel safe enough to show it. If this opened your eyes, even just a little, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep, unfiltered psychological truths about attraction, relationships, and the human mind. And don't stop here. Oh, check out the next video on this channel for more insights that most people will never tell you. She's already falling. The question is, are you ready to catch her?